It's October 27th, 2024. Oh, man. And we're continuing with the Farlands. Oh, oops. Yeah, I forgot that I have to, like, launch that, don't I? Listen, I'll do it. Hold on. I should put a shortcut to it on my desktop so I know. There we go. All right. Oh, I broke everything. Everything's broken. We're back. You've had a scratch in your eye, so you've been almost blind for 21 days, just like Jesus. Oh, sorry. I don't. All right. We left off at 71,425.32 megabytes. And everybody, we're all just tired. Everybody's just tired. It's just everything is exhausting. And isn't like daylight savings coming up next week or something too? To compound. To take away more of our spoons. Isn't it tonight? It's usually like a Saturday night, Sunday morning. But I think the Americas changed it. So it's like later. No, yeah, it's next week. It's next week. The 3rd. For America. It's already, the UK did it already? So is this going to be the 1 week where like my schedule is going to be slightly better for Europe? Or is it even worse? I don't know. All right. That's neither here nor there. Let's continue. If you've got your woofs better, if you dang it, don't be reading chat when you're trying to speak. If you've got your woofs ready, woof. Wolfie's woofs are better. Let's secure the hidey hole. Grab that dog. And throw a ball. Boink. No spoons, only woofs. It's been raining a ton. It's been raining a lot. I mean, well, you live in Seattle, but yeah, I know, it's still annoying. It still prevents many things from being done. Or being able to be do. Doobie-doobie-doo. You know, one thing they don't tell you about putting up bird feeders in your yard and garden is that you'll see a lot more birds, but then by virtue of statistics, you see a lot more dead birds too. I know I started the last flob stream with a dead bird tail. But I got another one. Dead bird tail. Ooh. Can't even do that with any enthusiasm. We just saw a lot more mice. No, I mean, we noticed... Oh, dang, that guy went flying. We noticed on the bird feeder with the camera, the webcam, which I suppose was another positive of having that thing, that there was a bird that had like a lump on its beak, and it just was not doing well. It was it wasn't really eating, it was just kind of seemed like it was huddling on the bird feeder. Stay out of the rain, or for safety, or whatever. And it was all very fluffy and disheveled. So we looked up, and I'm like, it could be like an eye disease, like conjunctivitis, or whatever it's called. So like everything's like, if you see a what appears to be a sick bird at your feeder, take down the feeder and clean it. So I did that. I took down the cleaner. I took down the cleaner and fed it. No, I took down the feeder and cleaned it, like with Clorox wipes and everything. But then when I was out there like poking around doing other things, I found the bird. I found the bird dead in our front yard, just on the ground. So it did not make it much longer than when we spotted it on the feeder. I also looked through the history, and it was at the feeder yesterday, or the day before we saw it too. That was sad. That's and dug another hole to the bird cemetery. I'm running out of space, honestly. Yeah, we don't know. It did have like a growth on its beak, and then it also had like growths on its feet. I don't know. It might have like had like a cancer or something. I don't know. Still clean the bird feeder, just in case. That was a fun way to start the day. Boing. What else is going on? Not much. Oh, I got a new tail light for the Volvo. Like a tail light socket and light, and that's not it. I gotta replace the whole tail light fixture. Well, that's annoying. I can tell, I can't remember how many other cars do it this way, but like yeah, it's a wild bird. I don't own these birds. They're outdoor birds, bird feeders. I did get a Volvo, yes. You're trying to figure out how to make your own taillights for the Z? Like housings? Or like the lights, like LED? Do like crazy animations. I just painted mine. Like the black housings are always all gray and gross, so I just painted them, and it looks much better. Housings and lights. That would be difficult. You need a 3D printer, I feel. I got a Volvo XC70, 2005. But anyway, like the actual like wiring of the tail lights is like the housing itself. Like instead of the lights having like a plug attached or wires attached to them, it's like the actual housing itself has like metal plates that carry the current. But what I've discussed, and then there's like a special socket that has like metal parts that touch those parts. One of them was like burnt out on one side, metal housing. And I was hoping I could just replace the socket, which I got, which was $20. But that didn't fix it. And I'm pretty sure that it burned out because there was a short or something on the actual housing. And I can see that it looks kind of different and weird. Welcome to Sweden, right? Like, new ones are like $200, but there's some on eBay for like 40 bucks. And like, just doing a car part search, there's ones at like pick and pulls around. There is one somewhere. I gotta figure out where it is. As a wrecked V70R that has the tail light and also the spoiler. I want the spoiler too. Spoiler alert. Yeah, there are like aftermarket ones on eBay for the Volvo, but they're just they don't even have the like the third tail light, and it would kind of cover up the third tail light. It would be nice to get like a, you know, one. That's the thing. The XC70s never came with spoilers, but the V70s and V70Rs did. That's a boat. Oh, I don't need wool. Wrecked. Erect. Wrecked. It has it all I'll take the engine out too, but it's had like front end damage. We need a Swedish counterpart, like how ZK got me my bumper for the Corolla from Philippines. I can't remember, I think. We need somebody in Sweden to get us Swedish parts. I also don't know how easy or difficult it would be to install a spoiler. I can see that they're like on the actual like hatch. There's like little crosshairs where I'm assuming the mounts would go. Just got to drill a hole. Like, I figure I could probably just take the whole just take the whole hatch. You sold the 200SX spoiler to someone in Seattle? Cucamonga. Walla Walla. Seattle. I was gonna say, what size are the wheels? Are they 14s? Oh, a terrible looking wheel. Might even go on a Datsun 280Z. I don't know. 15 by... Oh, 15. 15 by 6. What do I have? Are mine 15 or 16? I think mine are 16. 16 by 7. I have the 16 by 7. Thank you, everybody else who knows more about my own cars than me. Yeah, we got the same ones. I would like different wheels. Like more interesting wheels. But again, I would also like to not spend more money. Well, yeah, you gotta, you basically gotta follow those sellers from Japan who have, like, the classic refurbished wheels. Whose names I have really no memory or recollection of, but some people are really into wheels. We need iron. Since when? Again, this is like day 6. Farlands or bust. No spawners in sight. Have you driven the Volvo much? Yeah, I mean, I sold the truck. Did you know I sold the truck as well, Cone Dodger? I don't know how up to date you are. But yeah, I've been driving it. I just washed it for the first time a couple days ago. It's my daily driver now. No more hands on my hard body. Oh, I gotta walk through that. Well, yeah, I mean, I still got a ton of the stickers. But yeah, you got the sticker while I still had the hard body. What was I gonna say? Did I say this? I don't remember if I said this. But it has I think I said it. The radio doesn't work. And, Wolfie, and the center speaker is making a high-pitched feedback noise, which is fun. So I, like, disconnected the, not going that way. We know what happens when we go that way. I just took out the fuse to make the high-pitched noise. Stop. But then I realized it has a reverse, like, warning sensor that, like, beeps. There's no rear camera, but it, like, beep, 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 beep as you get closer to stuff, which is kind of helpful. But that gets piped through the speakers. So I lost that when I took out the fuse for the audio system. I plugged that back in. And I'm like, alright, well in that case I'll just listen to some CDs, because I have like a bunch of CDs. Let's see here. 1, 5, 16? 16? I think I counted 16. Not much to scoff at. It's got a 6-disc CD changer in the dash. So I'm like, I dusted off my CDs. I'm like, I got a bunch of random stuff. The X-Files soundtrack. The soundtrack to Gran Turismo 2. You know, classics. CD player doesn't work. It won't suck my CDs. The little rollers or whatever are worn or something. And then I tried to, like, force a CD in, and it wouldn't spit it back out, so I had to, like, get pliers. That was disappointing. So now I really need a replacement radio. But of course, it's not a standard radio. It's like a built-in. And like, there are like blanks available that then give you like a single DIN or a double DIN. Still got that Stabbing Westward? I don't have Stabbing Westward. I remembered, I completely forgot about until I was looking through the band called Chevelle. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I bought a couple of their CDs. Whatever happened to them? I didn't have Stabbing Westward. I think Stabbing Westward was, like, on one of the soundtracks. Like Gran Turismo 2 or Driver 3 or something like that. But I don't think I had Stabbing Westward phone. Bell was just here 2 weeks ago, I think. So I don't know. I honestly can't remember any of their songs. I don't have any means of playing a CD. Well, I don't know, honestly. I was going to say the Subaru has a CD player, but the touchscreen is broken. Yeah, I mean, I remember the SVX had a combo tape deck CD player, and I was sad that I had previously gotten rid of all my cassette tapes. Way back. I don't want to repair the CD player because I would rather have like Bluetooth, and it doesn't have an aux in even. It was 2005. MP3 players were still not everywhere. You need to replace the EGR in your Jetta. I think that's a problem that these Volvos have a lot of, is clogged EGR valves. But the previous owner allegedly took care of that. I mean, I have the receipts that say they do.
Maybe it's not the destination that matters.
What the hell, Kim?
Maybe it's the journey.
To the journey.
You're here. The journey.
Potamsium has been part of the journey for 71 months. Sup, nerds.
Potamisium, as it is most definitely pronounced. Thank you very much for 71 months in the subtub. I mean, when I was looking for the Volvo, there was like an Audi. What's the small Audi wagon? A3 or something like that. That was all-wheel drive, but it had a 6-speed, and I posted that in the Discord. And ZK was like, German cars need a constant flow of replacement parts at all times to keep running. And I was like, say no more. It's also a lot smaller as far as wagons go. Pretty much the size of the Crosstrek almost. Your husband recommend is your husband Swedish? These are the only answers I'll take. The Alpine UTE 73BT does not play discs. I don't know, I just put like a like in the Datsun and the pickup truck, I just put in like the cheapest $40 Bluetooth receiver off of eBay. I don't care much. I don't put much emphasis on car audio. Although the Volvo has like the premier Dolby upgraded audio, I've not been able to enjoy it because none of it works. Well, I wouldn't need an aux in if it had Bluetooth. This is basically the solution there. No, I am not a subwoofer aficionado. Do I have plenty of wood? And then I gotta do the brakes. Well, that was another thing. I got new windshield wipers for the Volvo, but then Rock Auto, like I needed a 24 and a 22 inch. And of course, welcome to Sweden, it uses some bizarre windshield wiper attachment that I've never seen before in my life. But I need a 22 and a 24, but then Rock Auto sent me two 24s. And I'm like, I can't use this. So I had to go through their, like, FBI, NSA sort of questionnaire / grilling to get, like, a replacement or a refund. Better answer these questions right, or they'll charge you extra. Oh. Saba's 235,000. That's more than the SVX had. And I thought the SVX was a ticking time bomb. It only just went over 155, 555 as the Volvo. The truck had 165. Is the Saab also a 5-cylinder, or is that a 4-cylinder? I think the 4-cylinder. Oh, thanks, Wolfie. Turbo. Oh, Jesus. I just heard Wolfie go into the water. There he is. All right. By this point, it probably has had 4 turbos. I do have a funny anecdote. Dead birds and that sort of stuff notwithstanding. I forgot to say, when we were, the girlfriend was doing her capstone presentation, the, like, landowner who bought the land and is turning it into a nature preserve, or natural preserve, or forest preserve, whatever you want to call it. He was there, and like I said, we brought, like, cookies and cupcakes and, like, Halloween-themed candy and stuff like that, and we were standing at the table and, like, chit-chatting, and I think the girlfriend, like, offered him, like, you want a cupcake or this or that or the other, and he's like, oh, I don't really do sweets, I don't really like chocolate. So she's like, well, what sort of sweets, you know, do you like? Just small talk. And then also mention, like, oh, well, yeah, like, we can't take this home. Or, like, we can take this home, but, like, Kurt can't eat any of it. Because he's gluten-free. And he was like, no, I'm not allergic to anything like that. Oh, what did he say? What did he say? But I definitely can't. What did he say? I need to get it right, because it's the way he said it that's the funniest thing. I just can't eat wrinkled nuts. I just can't eat wrinkled nuts. That's what he said. And later the girlfriend's like, she's doing everything in her power not to laugh because we couldn't figure out if it was a joke or not. And he's like, yeah, I just, if a nut's got wrinkles, I can't eat them. So like a walnut or what other nut has wrinkles? I don't know. He went down the wrinkled nuts versus smooth nuts. He cans, yeah. And so it was not a joke. He just did not hear or did not have the immature minds that we had. Like I just can't eat wrinkled nuts. I can't have a wrinkled nut. I think he said I can't have a wrinkled nut. That's why it was so funny. And he can't have watermelon either. He's allergic to watermelon. Yeah, I mean, it did sound like a setup to a, like, Instagram meme or something. Yeah, I've never heard that before. But it was also, like, he's an older guy. He's, like I said, he, like, buying this land and turning it into a forest preserve. But yeah, there you go. You gotta, maybe you gotta put your nuts in a rock tumbler before you can eat them. Look at this crazy ice capade. Parkour to you. Oh. Tumble your nuts. Yeah, I guess I mean, I guess are wrinkled nuts tree nuts? Are smooth nuts not tree nuts? I don't know. I don't know the difference. But yeah, it was just that was like as everything was wrapping up too. That was a nice way to wrap up the the presentation, the bats presentation. Hope he doesn't watch this channel. I am 900% sure. Doesn't even know what Twitch is. And lives a better life for it. Yeah, that's what it's a very weird way to describe a type of nut. What about smooth nut? Google smooth nut. By opposites. I don't know why I came up here. That's probably a bad idea. Yep. Yes, it was. What ended up happening to the treats? Well, one of the people, like, just took a whole box of the cookies with them. But we had to take, so we had Rice Krispie Squares, which the girlfriend has been working on. Whoops. And cupcakes. There was another thing we got. I don't know. Maybe everybody ate them all. But she, like, froze some of them, but is, like, slowly working her way through them. I also made cookies, so... And we still had the, like, that was at the time, it was the week of her birthday, so we had leftover birthday cake still. Maybe that's why we're all so tired now. Well, although we are also working our way through some of the Halloween candy that we had to bring home. But that was mostly gluten-free. And then the cars and candy,
Palette Hands gifted a Tier 1 sub to AMI Works. They have given 543 gift subs in the channel.
Palathans, thank you for the gift sub. What was it called? Trunk or Treat. We didn't go to because it's, like I said, been raining this entire weekend. Which we were going to bring the candy to with the hearse. And now we don't even know what we're gonna, if we're gonna do anything. Did we do a Halloween stream yet last year? Was last year the Riker year? What is years? What is time? I don't remember. I don't know, the girlfriend was wondering, like, if we're gonna carve pumpkins on stream, or what? Words. I tell you, I got no spoons. My blood is thick. Make sure you build a trick-or-treat car. Oh, I saw you just posted that video. God, I can't, Cone. I can't with that program anymore. It's so difficult. I was gonna play Hellblade. You don't have to use 3D. So you can make two-dimensional side-scrolling cars in that game now? Are we talking about the same thing? Automation? Like the 2D cars like in that one game that we really didn't like? That was like the card-based RPG driving road trip game. Gordy LaForge, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'll allow it. The sphere games were the worst. The driving games were pretty bad. Drive Life, or whatever it was called. Although, what was like the used car dealership one? Where like, we go to jail? And then we like that sort of thing that was going on that was very weird. Remember that one? And then we had to like start doing crime to get money. It was like the GTA we have at home. Oh, I need something to make this elevated hidey hole out of. I saw that Beef started playing, I don't know if he's going to keep playing, but he at least uploaded one video playing the one shop simulator we didn't play. Flower Shop Simulator. Flower Store Simulator, or whatever it was called. I have to make this happen. Wolfie, have a seat. Oh! I knew that was going to happen. Whee! Whatever. A lot of torches. Torches, torches, torches. Oh, the top number is our X coordinate. Because we're trying to stay near the 0. Because weird, wild stuff happens, although it hasn't happened in a little bit. Alright, if we're gonna find a spawner, it's gonna be in this biome. I like that first good one. Oh, the, what was that one called? I don't remember what that one was called. Supermarket Simulator? Careful, Wolfie! Joel Bean. What else is new? Card shop sim? I mean, that is a thing. I think that's another one Beef is playing on his second channel. Where the Wreckfest content gets shuffled to. No. We understand, Beef. Is the number not updating? I feel like the number stopped updating now that we've mentioned it. We observed it and it stopped. Oh, permission denied. Level.dat. Press enter to continue. It was working all day. Oh, it just closed. I pressed enter and it closed. Level.dat does not appear to be valid. I mean, maybe because it's open right now. So we still got it. Let's just do this old school. I mean, I did open it after I opened Minecraft because I forgot. Remember today? Maybe that has something to do with it. But we're doing it blind and then seeing where we end up. It lost connection to Subsponge. Was using it as a keylogger. Ooh, so tired. Exhausted.
Capybara _ Cosmonaut gifted a tier 1 sub to Wrinkled Nut. They have given 169 gift subs in the channel.
Hey, that's a good one for 169. Thank you very much, Capybara Cosmonaut. Is that how long it took you to make the account, Wrinkled Nut? The account already existed. Diseased bird. Good old Twitch user Diseased Bird. Ooh, excuse me. You slept 90 hours in the last 21 days. Okay, you're gonna have to do that math for me, because I don't know if that's good or bad. That's bad. But it comes with a free Frogurt.
When I stroke the beard thusly, do I not appear more intellectual?
The Frogurt is haunted.
Capybara Cosmonaut. Ow! Thank you very much for 87 months in the subtub. Subtub! Oh! My goodness gracious. Why suddenly? Whew. Is anybody doing anything for Halloween? Or have done? I guess this last weekend is when people with friends and lives actually, like, went out and dressed up. It- 8% battery shutting down. We didn't find any spoons, no, I'm afraid. And all of our nuts were smooth. I mean, our neighborhood doesn't get any trick-or-treaters. Our neighborhood also doesn't have sidewalks, so I think that probably has a thing to do with it. That's what I was saying. There was a trunk or treat today that we were thinking of going to, but the rains. The rains! I mean, the hearse you don't even got to do anything to. You just show up, it's a hearse. It was okay. Definitely not as cool as trick-or-treating. Yeah, I mean, it's really... What did you take to the trunk or treat? I imagine the whole family just piled into red. For safety. What did you bring? A baby. What was I? Oh, I was gonna say, as opposed to trick or treating, where you're like having to walk around blocks and blocks, and it takes a while. It's like trunk or treating. It's like all in a parking lot, and you just go zoop, 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 and then you're done. Now what? Go around a second time. figure if I start collecting iron, that's what I'm actually... Oh, good lord. Going to run into a spawner. You had a handmade costume? Was it a jeeb? Because I need one of those. I'll see soon. Combine jeeb costume and jeeb cape into cake into the same night. I mean, the girlfriend has ideas. She has grand ideas for the jeeb costume. But I just don't know. I'll let her do it. But the logistics to me seem overwhelming. She also wants to do a painting of each other's portraits. But as I mentioned previously, the spoons... I don't know if I can emotionally handle needing to be creative on stream. You all were there for my near-miss nervous breakdown at the last Bob Ross painting. Whoa. Whoa, I still fell in. The Soggy Bottom Boys. That is a very specific reference. But I suppose if there are 3 people in your channel... In your channel. In your... that's what families are, right? They're channels. In your family, then that makes sense. Everything is internet, and internet is everything. Art degree. Yeah, if I don't do art, then I can't be bad at art. Is basically my own brain protecting me. You can't fail if you don't try. I kind of want to... it'd be easier for me if I wasn't streaming it. Like, could we just do the paintings and then I show you the end result? Or would that be cheating? That's the same reason I don't do drugs. I failed at weed. I failed at bong. Oh. 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 Whee! Gotta go through it. Yeah, we were gonna go to like pick up cheap day before Halloween pumpkins. Or Halloween day pumpkins. Yeah. Yeah, they are pretty tricky, pumpkins is. I tried as well. I got 2 sweet squashes, which we roasted and were pretty good. Actually, no, the one we roasted, the other one we put in chili, and that was pretty good. And then I tried high pumpkins, and there was like a big one, but then it kind of just stopped growing, and there were like a couple small ones, and I haven't opened them up yet. And they didn't even turn orange; they're still like green, but the plant died. Although apparently my aunt, who was visiting, said they have just like a compost heap that they threw away their pumpkins from last year in, and like now it's their entire yard is like Pumpkinville. It's just full of pumpkin plants. I don't know if they're getting like, I haven't seen the result. There's any like full pumpkins out of it. So it's either put all your effort into it or do it accidentally is the way to grow pumpkins. Oh, that's wrong. Sure. Nope. Oh, well, I need to make the beds. You fool, you simple fool, don't forget to make the beds. Alright, let's go to sleep in one of these beds, and then back up the world. $71,497.28. megabytes.